Archangel Michael says, the hour of divine reckoning is here, and your house is not being visited by chance. Tonight, the angel of justice descends like a silent wind, entering your bedroom with intent and fire. One single item, long untouched, will radiate truth and awaken a soul who once betrayed you. They never thought they'd return, and yet something unseen is drawing them closer to that exact item. The energy it carries is not ordinary, it's been charged by your tears, your pain, and your silence. The angel watches as this object begins to vibrate with divine memory, ready to break the chains of deception. What they did to you will return to them, not as punishment, but as a mirror they can no longer avoid. They'll be pulled into a storm of guilt so intense, they'll beg for your forgiveness at your feet. Type Amen to get blessing 333. You may not even recall placing it where it lies now, but it remembers. It remembers the night you cried alone and decided not to speak up anymore. It remembers the energy of betrayal left in the air by someone who thought they'd gotten away with everything. Tonight is not just a visit, it's a ceremony of revelation. Your bedroom has turned into a sacred courtroom, and your truth will now stand tall. Archangel Michael says, justice delayed is not justice denied, it is justice intensified. They have no idea that heaven kept a record of their choices, sealed into the very fibers of that item. They won't be able to resist the pull to come forward and confess, even if they try to run. Type Amen to get blessing 727. The angel of justice isn't coming to punish you, it's coming to restore what was stolen. And the item in your room is the divine key to that restoration. It will be the burning evidence that touches their conscience like fire on skin. They've started dreaming about it without even knowing why, seeing your face, hearing your voice, feeling something unfinished. The same bed they once shared space near now becomes the altar of their regret. This time, their tears won't be out of sorrow for themselves but out of deep respect for what you endured. Their confession will start slow, almost whispered, but it will grow louder with every breath. Because once the truth has a voice, it refuses to go back into silence. Type Amen to get blessing 418. Your silence has been misunderstood as weakness, but it was your divine weapon. Every time you chose not to retaliate, heaven recorded your strength. That item has absorbed your stillness and turned it into spiritual evidence. The room will feel different tonight, and you'll sense a shift before you sleep. A strange warmth in the air, an unfamiliar fragrance, the sensation that you are no longer alone. Archangel Michael says, your soul will recognize the angel's presence before your eyes do. They will walk in with a trembling heart, unaware that their time of reckoning has arrived. What they hid from you will spill from their lips, not because they want to, but because the truth demands it now. Type Amen to get blessing 936. You thought they had forgotten about you, but they haven't. Their soul has been restless, haunted by unfinished matters tied to your name. That item in your room is glowing in the spirit realm like a signal flare, guiding them toward their redemption. Forgiveness will be requested, but not expected. They know they don't deserve it, but they need it. It's not to clear their conscience, but to lift the weight they've carried silently for too long. When they enter, don't speak right away. Let their heart do the talking, because tonight, even lies will burn on their tongue. Type Amen to get blessing 221. What they did shifted your path, and yet you kept walking with grace. You didn't seek revenge, but heaven never stopped seeking justice. Now, the justice has arrived in the most personal, undeniable way, through your own space, your own energy. You'll remember moments you buried deep as their words bring them up again. But this time, those memories won't break you, they'll liberate you. The angel's wings will wrap around you like truth wrapping around a lie, demanding it to surrender. They'll fall to their knees not out of fear, but out of realization. They thought they could forget you, but they only forgot the price of their silence. Type Amen to get blessing 662. That one item, they might ask if they can touch it. Don't let them. Its energy belongs to your healing now, not their comfort. It might be a letter, a photo, a piece of clothing, whatever it is, you'll know it when they stare at it longer than they should. Their body will freeze, their eyes will water, and their voice will crack when they speak of the past. Archangel Michael says, don't interrupt them, let them choke on their own history first. Tonight is your night of power, not pity. Their apology is not a gift, it's a necessity. Type Amen to get blessing 555. The angel of justice will stay in your house until the confession is complete. No darkness will survive in that room once the energy begins to shift. Your breath will steady, and your heartbeat will align with divine rhythm. You may not know how deep your pain went until you watch their face break open in front of you. The person who once turned their back on you will now face the most difficult truth: they never moved on. Your bedroom becomes the temple of their undoing and your rising. They will call it a coincidence, but you'll know it's destiny. You'll remember every ignored red flag and realize you didn't need to say, "I told you so." Type Amen to get blessing 808. There's something powerful about being the one they return to, not for love, but for mercy. That item in your room is not just a symbol, it's a witness. It stood silent when you couldn't speak, and tonight, it speaks without sound. You are not the same person they left behind. You are stronger, more sacred, more aligned with your divine self. Their return is not about reuniting, it's about reckoning. Let your silence tonight be louder than any scream. Let your eyes carry the strength of every tear you once held back. Type Amen to get blessing 112. Don't clean the room tonight. Don't rearrange or hide anything. Let the angel of justice walk freely among your truths. Their apology might come with shaking hands, broken voice, and unplanned honesty. Accept it only if your spirit feels lighter, not out of obligation. Archangel Michael says, your peace is worth more than their regret. If they ask why they're here, remind them, energy never forgets. Your room has been calling them in whispers they couldn't hear, but their soul did. Type Amen to get blessing 999. Tonight, their eyes will shift from arrogance to awe. They will realize that the person they once doubted has become the very altar they now kneel before. Your healing becomes the justice they cannot escape. Even if they try to lie one more time, the angel will make it impossible. Truth will choke every false word before it leaves their mouth. You won't need proof, their brokenness will be the testimony. Don't rush this moment. Let them sit in their silence. Type Amen to get blessing 444. Justice is not always fire, it's often a mirror. And tonight, your bedroom will become the most honest mirror they've ever faced. Let your presence be calm, because calmness is the final form of power. They'll walk out different. And you'll sleep lighter. Archangel Michael says, tonight is not just the night they return, it's the night you rise. The forgotten item in your room isn't forgotten by heaven. It was always meant to be the tool of truth. Type Amen to get blessing 171. You've waited long for this without even knowing it. Your spirit craved closure, and now it's here, wrapped in soft words and trembling hands. Forgiveness is yours to give, but it's no longer something you need. Their journey led them back to you because you were the final step to their redemption. But your journey? It's leading you far beyond them. Tonight is about your power. And power doesn't scream, it reveals. Type Amen to get blessing 303. Of course. Here's the continuation of the message, seamlessly following the tone and structure. You don't need to announce your healing, it radiates. Even the walls of your room will echo differently after tonight. The air will feel lighter because the weight of hidden truth will have finally fallen. Don't question why it had to happen this way. Everything was divinely orchestrated to unfold in perfect timing. That item waited patiently, holding its spiritual assignment like a guardian of truth. The angel of justice stood back for so long, waiting for the door to your room to be ready. And now that it is, no soul can unwrite what's about to happen. Type Amen to get blessing 646. You'll notice their hands fidgeting as they glance around nervously. They'll pause when they spot it, the item you may not have even remembered existed. But their soul will recognize it instantly, like a mirror to the past. Tears will follow, but not before silence. Because sometimes, justice begins with a quiet stare. They will feel your strength without you needing to explain it. Archangel Michael says, tonight your spirit becomes undeniable. The time for pretending has ended, the energy is too sacred now. Type Amen to get blessing 510. If they kneel, let them. It's not about power, but about acknowledgement. Let them return every unspoken word they took from you. You won't feel anger as you once did, you'll feel clarity. Because now you'll understand why their actions never broke you completely. You were being shaped, not shattered. The angel will linger after they leave. To wrap you in peace. Type Amen to get blessing 388. Don't be surprised if they try to call again after tonight. Once the truth is spoken, it echoes inside them forever. They won't be able to forget what your silence revealed. You are no longer just the one they hurt, you're the one they admire, even if it hurts their pride. Their journey ends at your doorway, but yours is just beginning. Let tonight be the final page in their chapter of your life. Because what lies ahead of you is not tied to their apology, it's tied to your freedom. Freedom that was always waiting for this moment to be unlocked. Type Amen to get blessing 707. They may think they came on their own, but heaven pulled the strings. The angel of justice whispered their name, and they followed. They'll leave lighter, but you'll rise higher. There's no need to relive the pain anymore. Because tonight, pain turned into prophecy. You've become the living proof that grace grows in silence. Archangel Michael says, rest easy now. The truth has done its work. Type Amen to get blessing 882. And as you lay down tonight, let your spirit exhale. You are covered, cleansed, and cleared from their shadows. That item served its purpose, it can now return to stillness. But you? You're about to move into the brightest season of your life. Because justice was the final gate, now, favor begins. Get ready to dream new dreams. Because nothing from your past can haunt you now. Type Amen to get blessing 234. Certainly. Here's the continuation of the divine message, flowing directly from the previous sections. The angel of justice doesn't just bring clarity, it brings sacred closure. Closure that doesn't beg for revenge, but commands renewal. Your soul now becomes a vessel of elevation, untouched by what once tried to destroy you. Even the floor beneath your feet feels sacred now. It has absorbed the vibration of divine presence and spiritual reversal. No curse spoken against you can survive in this new atmosphere. Archangel Michael says, your house has been marked with divine oil, no harm can enter again. This night is not about memories, it is about resurrection. Type Amen to get blessing 319. You'll wake up tomorrow without the emotional residue you once carried. That apology won't replay in your head, it'll dissolve in your rearview. Because your future no longer accommodates the weight of what they did. Every tear you cried was stored as divine evidence. And tonight, that evidence spoke louder than their lies ever could. Even the angels watched in silence as your dignity broke open chains. Don't doubt the magic of what happened tonight. It wasn't imagined. It was orchestrated. Type Amen to get blessing 577. The item in your bedroom now rests with its mission complete. It may remain in that same place, but its energy has shifted, it now vibrates peace. It is no longer a witness of pain but a relic of triumph. The room feels new, not because the walls changed, but because you did. You are no longer a prisoner of untold stories, you are the voice that turned silence into strength. And that voice now echoes across dimensions. They may try to reach out again, but not everyone who seeks return deserves re-entry. Let your boundaries speak now. Let your peace be your answer. Type Amen to get blessing 694. Don't search for the old version of yourself anymore, because they no longer exist. Tonight, you met the version of you that justice birthed. And this version is sacred, chosen, and fiercely protected. The energy in your house has shifted permanently. Even the shadows will hesitate before stepping near your space again. The angel's mark remains on your doorway, an eternal seal of spiritual authority. They'll remember this night for the rest of their life. But you'll remember it as the night you let go. Type Amen to get blessing 420. Archangel Michael says, "Sleep now in heavenly peace." The war that started in silence has ended in divine thunder. You are not broken, you are reborn. The apology wasn't the miracle. You were. And now, every corner of your house echoes your victory. Their confession doesn't define you, your healing does. Let that be the song your spirit dances to from this day forward. Type Amen to get blessing 888. And tomorrow? Oh, beloved, tomorrow opens a new gate of destiny. One you were always meant to walk through, but heaven waited until your soul was cleared. Now you are ready. The weight is lifted, the battle is won, and the future is blazing with light. Justice came to your bedroom, and left favor in its place. You may now breathe differently. Because heaven has breathed over your life tonight. Type Amen to get blessing 601. Absolutely. Here's the continuation of the message, keeping the same divine energy, format, and emotional tone. Your spirit has been anointed through this encounter. There is no turning back to the pain that once lived in your walls. That moment of apology wasn't just for closure, it was a key unlocking your next chapter. The angel of justice didn't come empty-handed. It left behind invisible blessings stitched into your atmosphere. Every time you breathe in your room from now on, you're inhaling freedom. They thought your silence was surrender, but tonight proved it was spiritual strategy. You waited not because you were weak, but because heaven needed time to prepare the stage. Type Amen to get blessing 777. Even your mirror will reflect something new tomorrow morning. Your eyes will no longer hold sorrow, they'll hold divine fire. Your voice will carry the weight of someone who survived and soared. The item still sits where it always was, but now it's transformed. It has become a spiritual witness, no longer of pain, but of divine justice fulfilled. And the walls of your room have become sacred scrolls written with your healing. Let them remember what they saw in your eyes. Let them carry the memory of the moment they realized they could never break you. Type Amen to get blessing 455. Their footsteps echoed regret, but your silence thundered glory. You didn't need to shout or argue, your stillness shook their soul. Because it was never about revenge. It was about revelation. They'll tell others that they just felt the need to confess. But heaven knows, it was the item, the angel, and your strength that pulled them in. Archangel Michael says, no force in this world can hide forever from divine justice. Tonight, your room became a courtroom, a sanctuary, and a throne. And you were declared not just innocent, but chosen, unstoppable, and spiritually elevated. Type Amen to get blessing 263. Even the floor beneath where they stood is now marked with the memory of justice. They walked in thinking they were in control, but walked out knowing the power was never theirs. What they once stole from you has now been restored in a way they can never replicate. The angel will continue to hover near for a while, just to ensure peace settles fully. You may feel sudden warmth, or even a breeze, though no windows are open. These are signs of spiritual presence wrapping around you like a shield. Don't question the magic of this moment. You don't need to understand it, you only need to honor it. Type Amen to get blessing 548. And when you sleep, your dreams will no longer be haunted. Instead, they will show you visions of the future that was always meant for you. New doors will begin to open in ways that feel effortless, because the spiritual blockage is gone. This visit wasn't just for you, it was for the future generations tied to your name. Heaven needed this justice to echo through your bloodline, so healing could ripple outward. You have become the cycle breaker, the truth activator, the divine voice of legacy. They came for closure, but what they gave was confirmation. You are no longer bound by anyone's guilt, you are elevated by your own grace. Type Amen to get blessing 900. You can throw the item away now, or you can keep it as a reminder of what was broken and then healed. Whatever you decide, know this, it no longer holds pain, only power. It has been baptized by divine intervention and carries no residue of darkness. Your home is no longer just a space, it's a sanctuary of light. Your energy has shifted into something rare, something that cannot be copied. Even those who once underestimated you will now feel uneasy in your presence, because truth has made you magnetic. Archangel Michael says, this was the final test before your reward. You passed with silence, dignity, and strength the world will never fully understand. Type Amen to get blessing 787. And now, the angel of justice bows to you. Because justice has been served, and light has won. And you, dear soul, have stepped into a destiny that can never be reversed.